Shalom, shalom, sisters. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to the Most High God of Israel. Call Yahweh Shemel Shai. Excuse me. My hair is in a fro right now, so hair wrap kind of looking kind of crazy, but the head is wrapped nonetheless. So all praise the Most High. Lord willing, y'all are doing well in the spirit. And Lord willing, just enduring through these times that we're in. And Lord willing, enduring to the times we're coming in. This is going to be, I don't intend on it to being long, but most I have put in my spirit, a study I did over the Sabbath that just passed. And as you can see by the title, your relationships are transactional, sis. So we're going to dive into it. I'm not going to waste no time. If y'all hear my toddler, please excuse her. This is the definition of transactional. Relating to the conducting of business, especially buying or selling, relating to exchange or interaction between people. So, let me get this precept to start off. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 13. In verse, that is not the verse I want. Verse 5 is what I want. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. So, we got to examine ourselves and truly know how we're conducting ourselves in our relationships. Because, shalom, it's really important to make sure that, as women of the Most High, we're not offending others in our communication or lack thereof. We're making sure that, we're not just constantly trying to receive something in our relationships and our bonds within the nation. Our personal relationships is really what I'm going to be focusing on. But even on a broader scale, are we having a relationship that's purely transactional with the Most High? So we don't want it to be like the Most High, like you and the Most High, y'all are just doing business together. It's just a business. He hand out the blessings, and you do what you gotta do just to get those blessings. Or you don't want it to be, you only praising the Most High when something's going wrong, or you need something, or whatever the case may be. It's not a genuine connection. It's not a genuine sincerity of trying to build a bond, a connection with the Most High first and foremost, because our relationship with the Most High reflects how our carnal relationships turn out, believe it or not. So I'm just going through some little tips I went through and studied, and so you don't want to be that sister that only prays, reads, fast when you need something from the Most High. It's a bad habit that can form quite easily if you let it, and can cause you to be deemed insincere by the Most High. And that is the last thing that we want. So we can't and shouldn't treat anyone as if they're just strictly business. If they aren't giving you something you need or you want in that moment, they're disposable. You don't have nothing. You don't want nothing to do with that person. You don't want to be like that. You don't hear from them. You only hear them. Somebody might hit you up. Oh, shalom, sis. This, and this is going wrong in my marriage, or this, and this. I lost my job, and I don't got no money to feed my kids, or this, and that. Can you send me $20, $30, $50, whatever? Oh, I'm late on rent. I'm about to get an eviction, whatever. You don't want to be that person that only hits people up because you need something from them. That make people feel like, dang, like you didn't even check and see, hey, how you doing, sis? How's you and the kids? Just on a regular tip, not doing it just to be like, yeah, I'm gonna ask them how they doing. just so I can ask for something right after. You don't sincerely want to know if that person is doing good in the spirit. You don't want to be like that. So I'm gonna get this precept real quick. Oh my gosh, I was not sharing the screen. I was not sharing the screen. Why didn't y'all tell me I didn't share the screen for the first time? I completely forgot to share the screen. I'll pull up that definition again. Transactional. So that's the definition I pulled earlier. Relating to the conducting of business, especially buying or selling, relating to exchange or interaction between people. And then I pulled 2 Corinthians 13:5. And now I'm going to get Luke 6. And this is one of my favorite precepts just to meditate on, because we really got to try to treat people how we want to be treated. For real. Okay. This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. So you don't want sisters to only hit you up when they need something, when they need money, when they need a favor from you. So don't do that to other sisters or other people in general. So transactional people approach relationships primarily based on what they can get out of them, often focusing on exchanges of favors or benefits. So here I'm gonna go through a couple signs that you may be a transactional person. Number 1, you score. So you're tracking what you give. So you're like, okay, I done help this sister with she needed help, I don't know, getting a ride to work or something. And then the next time you need something, you like, well, I did help that one sister that one time. Now it's my time to cash in a favor. Okay, let me hit her up. And if they don't have it or they can't do it at the moment, it's, well, remember when I helped you when you needed that? No. That's not the right spirit to be moving in. Not the right spirit to be moving in. So you don't want to keep score, expecting something in return for your efforts, for you giving alms. Because as we know, alms deliver from death. So, this toddler here. Let me get this precept really quick. Because you want to give out of sincere heart. You don't want to just give just because, so you can have it in your back pocket. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give right now. So when I need something, shh. You're not going to be in here. I'm going to my video now. It's like, y'all. But, let me get this. I think it's 4. Okay. This is Tobit chapter 4 and verse 7. Give alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let not thine eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of God shall not be turned away from thee. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly. Accordingly, if thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little. For thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity, because that alms do deliver from death, and suffereth not to come into darkness. For alms is a good gift unto all that give it in the sight of the Most High. So we're not doing this for man. We're doing this to set up a good treasure for ourselves against the day of necessity, the day of trouble, not for vainglory, for greedy gain or anything like that, or trying to play people. Not spirit of the Most High. So this is the second one. You only reach out when you need something. You tend to initiate contact with others mostly when you need help or a favor, rather than just to check in with somebody or connect with them. So you're not interested in building no type of bond. It's what are we talking about? If we talking, then what are we talking about? Is it money? Is it, am I getting something from this? We're not just chopping up, oh, hey, how was your day, sis? You're not that type of person. You gotta check that. You gotta check that. Because we need each other in this thing. Two is better than one. So we can't treat people like they're disposable, like they're a business transaction. That's not what it is, and it's true. Let me get. Girl, why do you keep falling in here? Philippians. Oh my gosh. Philippians 1 and verse 10. That's fast. That ye may approve things that are excellent, that ye may be sincere and without offense to the day of Christ. So you don't want that to be a blot on your garment. We need a white garment, our spiritual garment. You know what the Lord is going to be judging us off of? We need to make sure that we are sincere and without offense. You don't want it to be a sister sitting there like, dang, this sister only hit me up for real when she needs something, or she's in trouble, or she needs me, to pray for this or pray for that for her, but she doesn't ever check and see how I'm doing, see if I'm okay in the spirit, whatever the case may be. You don't want to cause offense. You just got to be considerate, and we really just got to learn how to step outside of ourselves for real. So let me get Sirach. Chapter 5 and verse 11. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. So we gotta let our life be sincere. Gotta let our life be sincere. Slakia. If thou hast understood, no wait, no, that's all I wanted from that. But yeah, we gotta let our life be sincere. That's the main point I wanted from that. We gotta pray for sincerity. Pray that we're being genuine sisters in this thing, because it's important. We're gonna be judged off our character, judged off our spirit, and how we're moving. I'm gonna go back to Philippians chapter 2, verse 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So we're supposed to be that light. We're supposed to be not like this world. In the world, uncle, whoever hit you up, hey, niece, let me borrow $5. Hey, your mama, your daddy, maybe, I don't know, whoever. But that's worldly behavior. You only hitting people up trying to see what they can get, seeing what you can get from them, and that's not sincere. That's not sincere. Folks be irritated, like, oh, they always want something. You already know, like, when they come around, you won't be that persistent. When you come around, they like, dang, I already know this is different to ask for something. I already know this is not even gonna say how you doing. I know she just gonna want something from me, or want a favor. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You want to be that. So let me 2 Peter 3. Sorry, 3:14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So just going back to what I was saying about your spiritual garment being without spot. We don't want no spots on our garments in the day of judgment, because we all got to sit in front of the judgment seat. We got to sit in front of the Lord and account for how we act, how we move towards people, and our sincerity or the lack thereof. So the third, let me see. Let me go back. So the third point, you feel resentful if you don't get anything in return. If someone doesn't reciprocate your efforts or offer something in return, you feel annoyed, unappreciated, or unwilling to engage further. And I'll be honest. This can go for anybody. This can go for husbands and wives. This could go for brother, sister, whatever, sister, whoever. Because I've caught myself, a few times in the past where I'll do something like Satan is just Satan. He'll hop and be like, well, dang, you know, I cook, I clean, I do this, I try to do this, and this, and everything for you, and you can't even something stupid. Pick up your sock from the ground and put it in the not the dishwasher. Oh my gosh, and put it in the dirty clothes basket. And you're like, dang, like, just surface level. But y'all get the point. That spirit can definitely hop on us women because we do a lot. We do a lot in this truth. We do a lot. Some of us are mothers, wives, a lot of stuff going on. So sometimes it can feel resentful when you're doing a lot. It feels like you're doing a lot for somebody and they're not doing anything for you, or they may actually not be doing anything for you. So, and I did a video probably some months back, if not a year ago, on feeling unappreciated. So if sisters ever have that spirit, hop on them, check out that video on my page. I think it's titled Feeling Unappreciated. So definitely check that out, Lord willing. So reason number 4, you avoid investing time in relationships without immediate benefits. So you might lose tangible value to you or your goals. Jubilee. You have to excuse my color, y'all. But so you avoid investing time in relationships without immediate benefits. So it kind of plays into, I think, number 1 we're talking about. But if there's no immediate benefits, they're not benefiting you in a way that you think is a benefit, then you don't want to engage any further. You don't want to talk, kind of ghost them, leave them on red. You don't really answer because you don't really see something in that person that's not the right spirit to have. Because everybody, believe it or not, can teach you something. It could be a lesson. It could be, they could drop some knowledge on you, some wisdom. It could be, you go through something with that person that you needed to go through so you can grow as a person. You just never know. But you don't want to disregard anybody, especially of our people. That's insane. That's insane to do. So point number 5, you prioritize relationships based on what you can gain. Your friendships or connections are often built around convenience, networking opportunities, or potential gains rather than emotional bonds. So, again, strictly business. How can I know this person, they got the plug on, this work at home job. I'm going to just try to, see what this sister talking about. So I try to get in with that. And then once you get in with that, you don't got nothing to do with them. Or this sister, she done looked out for you, done bought you this, and this, helped you out with some stuff for your baby when you was down on hard times, or even just giving alms. Helped you out, and you just only hit her up to say thank you. You don't check on her kids, see if she need anything or anything like that. And a lot of times, when it comes to convenience, you don't want to be that person that only hits them up like, oh, okay, well, I just seen her at the store, so let me go and check on her. Da, 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 da. There's nothing wrong with that, but you want to try to be intentional and try to really ingrain in your mind, okay, how can I be a better sister? Ooh, I haven't checked on that sister in a minute. Maybe I need to just scroll through my text messages from a few months ago and see what sister I haven't checked on in a while. That's taking that extra mile and being a better sister. So, number 6, your compliments or kind gestures are conditional. You give compliments, gifts, or offer help, but expect recognition, gratitude, or a favor in return. So I touched on this too in my unappreciated video. Always want to thank you, the water so much. You don't even know how much this is a blessing to me, and this and this and that. Like, you don't always need that. We need to be able to be comfortable in giving without receiving anything back, whether it's a thank you. Everybody's not gonna say thank you. You know, you might help somebody homeless or something like that. They might just take it and be like, no thank you, no nothing. You got to be okay with that, because it's not for them. When we help people, it's not necessarily for them. It's for them, but if you get where I'm coming from, like, it's really so we're making sure that we're in a sincere spirit, we're willing to give charity and help, because we know that this is of the Most High. The Most High freely gives, and through his son Yahweh Shai, he gave his life. So how much more, a couple dollars, some prayers, whatever the case may be, we got to be moving in that same spirit, because we want to be in that spirit of Yahweh Shai, not because we need a thank you, or we need recognition, we need to be posted, and oh, look at me helping so and so, oh, this person helped me, and da da da. No, it's not what that's not what this is about. That's not what Yahweh Shai is about. Little girl. But Khan, let me get this preset up. Oh, Khan. All praise for such wisdom. Losses do be moving shiesty as heck, not even knowing they aren't genuine. We've always got to self-examine. Khan, we really got to self-examine ourselves in these last days, because what that little sound going around? Do you know you only have 30 minutes? 30. We don't have a lot of time, so we got to make sure that we're praying and fasting for that sincere spirit to give freely, to not always want from the Most High first and foremost, and brothers and sisters. Because I'm sure everybody on here can count more times on their hands that they've been in this truth than seeing a GoFundMe pop up, or a post on Instagram here, a post on Instagram there, and it's like, there's not knocking anybody for doing that, because some people really genuinely do need help, but some people will take advantage. They feel like, just because, we Israelites, we're supposed to give, supposed to be like, a cheerful giver, this, that, which is true, but you don't want to take advantage. It's a fine line between needing help and taking advantage. So, gotta make sure it's in a sincere spirit. Going back to Luke. Going back to Luke chapter 6. Let me get right there. Verse 32. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. So this is deep right here. If you only love those who love you, and we know love is keeping the commandments, helping your sister, she lost a dog, helping that sister find a dog. You found a dog, give it back to her. Things like that. Showing real love to those who love us and to those who don't. Because what it say? For sinners also love those that love them. So you got to make sure that you're moving in that right spirit. You're not just doing things, just because, I know that sister, she helped me out. As long as sister, I'm gonna help out, because she helped me out. No spitting. Anyways, because so we don't want to be sisters that show love only when it's given to us. Because just imagine if the Most High only showed us love, we gave it to him, we wouldn't even be in the truth. We literally wouldn't even be in the truth. So we got to keep that in mind. Let me go back to the screen. So point 7, you are quick to cut ties when the other person no longer serves a purpose. So once somebody no longer provides you with what you want or need, you're likely to distance yourself or end the relationship. And granted, sisters do be having a lot going on. Sometimes people forget, certain stuff like that. But we know when we're distancing ourselves from somebody, like you don't want to be that sister, okay? especially like somebody's known for helping you, and then the one time they can't help you for whatever situation may be, you distance yourself. You're nowhere to be found. Don't ask you for nothing else again. You don't hear from them. None of that. You don't want to be like that. Shalom says, you don't want to be like that. That's off. So, number 8. Then I'm going to get to some more precepts. Your conversations are task oriented. So, you're primarily discussing plans, tasks, or requests rather than sharing personal experiences or building emotional connections. And this makes me think of, the sisters. You don't necessarily have to be in a camp, but you make plans with certain sisters, that might be in your congregation. Like, oh, okay, the only time you and the sisters in your congregation talk is to plan for the moon or plan for the high holy days, but you don't know nothing about this sister outside of that. You don't know, how she's doing in the spirit, how she's been reading, what she's been struggling with, so you can pray for her, stuff like that. You're not focused on a personal relationship. It's just task oriented. Okay, what we can cook for new moon? What do the men need? What are we doing for the Sabbath? Da da da. You don't want that to be that spirit. Like you're strictly business. Like it's a job. That's what you do at your job. You don't know nothing about your coworkers, what they got going on for real, like that. You just know, okay, so we gotta go to work. You working this day, I'm working that day. Okay, what do we gotta do at work? Oh, I gotta finish this and this, whatever. You don't want to treat that. That's not how it's supposed to be in this truth. It's supposed to be love. It's supposed to be personal. It's supposed to be connections being made. So we definitely gotta examine that as well. Number 9, you feel obligated to return favors immediately. I personally can feel kind of guilty for this too, because sometimes the sisters, man, and it comes from a genuine place. It does come from a genuine place, most of us. But sometimes you feel bad when people help you. Like you can't feel bad for people helping you. You gotta remember yourself. Like, okay, almost delivered from death. The sister, she's being sincere. She's just trying to help me out. Let me receive this help. Let me take the help that I desperately need. Let me take it and receive it, and not feel like I gotta. Oh, what can I do for you, sis? Which is nothing wrong with it, but you don't. There doesn't always have to be a transaction. Shalom. There doesn't always have to be a transaction. It's okay to just let somebody help you and let it be that. Send a prayer for them if you want to do something. But you don't always have to, because if you feel like that, like every time somebody helps you, you gotta help them. That can kind of inch that relationship to being just transactional rather than personal. Of course, nothing wrong with them being like, thank you. You don't know how much that means to me. If there's anything you need, feel free. Da da da. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, come on. It's a part of their alms. See that? I needed that because that's me. I be trying to help a therapist. See that? And some people have gifts and talents that are just based off of helping people. So you trying to, help them, that they don't really need that. They don't need that because that's their ministry. That's what they do. That's what the Most High has put on their spirit to do. So don't feel that need to be like, oh, well, stressing yourself out. Like, dang, I don't have any money to help them. They don't help me. It's been so and so months. And I told them I paid them back, but they told me I didn't even have to pay them back. And you just stressing yourself out for nothing. So don't want to do that. So we don't have to be trying to fight to balance the scales. It's not necessary. No, this is the 10th one. This is the last one, y'all. So it's 10 of them. You prefer short-term gains over long-term connections. You're more focused on what you can get out of a relationship in the short term rather than investing in deep, lasting bonds. Con, how could I ever repay you? Okay. That's real though. But come on, you prefer short-term gains over long-term connections. So I feel like that was kind of a deep one. Kind of got to sit with that because a lot of the times I feel like, especially coming out of the world, it can be kind of hard to kind of build those deep, long-lasting relationships. Like, not a lot of us have those, oh, 5-year, 10-year, relationships. Everything, especially in the world, is really just short term. Okay, what can I get from somebody? Okay, this girl, she can get me into the club. This girl, she got food stamps, so she let me use it sometimes. In the world, it's not really like that. You don't have any long lasting deep bonds that you can really feel comfortable with telling them, hey, I'm going through this, whatever. And we don't want to distance ourselves or not be able to take the steps to be able to open up to people, which can be hard. People have let us down in the past, and it's hard to trust people at times. But truly becoming that new woman in Yahweh Shem Shai, we got to be able to take those steps to be vulnerable and know that the Most High is going to guard our heart, even if we go through a situation where somebody betrays your trust. But you just got to be willing to be genuine enough to be vulnerable to that person to build those deep lasting bonds. Because if you don't open yourself up and be vulnerable, you ain't gonna have nobody. You ain't gonna have nobody. You end up with short-term relationships. They be good and okay for a while, and then boom, y'all fall off for whatever reason. So you gotta do the groundwork. Not all relationships start off, oh yes, we're best friends forever, yes, blah, blah, blah. No, sometimes you gotta go through some stuff. Sometimes you gotta go through some arguments, some disagreements. But if y'all have a general understanding, hey, we both trying to serve the Most High, we both trying to get better, I have love for you, you have love for me, we can have each other's back in this thing. Hey, that's what it's all about. So that's all the tips I had. This is the solution that I wrote down. So it reads, give without expecting something in return, and valuing the emotional and personal aspects of connections as much, if not more, than the practical ones, which may be money or whatever you can receive out of somebody. So I'm gonna get some closing precepts. Of course, if any sisters have anything to add, bring it out. But like I told y'all, it's not gonna be a super long lesson. Just wanted to share with y'all what most I put on my spirit. Okay. Okay, this is Philippians 2, and I'm gonna start at 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. So don't be that person to always look on your own things. Okay, what do I got going on? What can this person do for me? Look on the things of others. What can I do for this person? What can I do to genuinely help this person without me needing something in return, without me expecting something in return? We don't want to gotta let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. We're not doing this for the praise of man. We're not doing this, to receive something. We have everything we need. That the Most High see us fit to have. We have everything that we need, but we need to esteem each other better than ourselves. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And let me Proverbs chapter 19. Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 6. Many will entreat the favor of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. So don't be that friend that's a friend to anybody that'll give you something. That person, oh, I know they got a lot of money. I know that they don't mind giving alms. I'm gonna be a friend to him. But as soon as the table turn, where are you at? You don't want to be that. You want to be that. So you want to be able to be friends with somebody who can't even give you gifts as well. There's nothing wrong with being friends with somebody like that, but you don't want to be a malicious person that's only seeking vanity, is the point. So let me get Matthew chapter 5 and 40. That's not Matthew. Matthew 5. Loneliness is helpful to y'all. 46. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publicans also? Be therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. So we got to think, okay, am I treating the sister how the Most High, Yahweh Shai, has treated me? Am I moving the spirit of Christ? You know, would the Most High be pleased with how I'm treating the sister? I only really hit her up when I need something. I really don't even know how she's doing in real life. But I know I need $20 to get by. No. So it's important to love and help others, especially out of genuine heart and sincerity. But you don't need to help or love people just because they have personal benefits to it for you. So I'm going to get Proverbs 3 and 24. I don't know why I don't use my thingy. Slack, Verse 27, withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. So, withhold not good, it's plain. It's plain. When you have the power to do good, you have that, alms you can give, and that sister, she genuine, she is just in this thing just to get something, she really sincerely trying in this thing. Don't withhold from them. Don't withhold from them. This goes for husbands as well. Just anybody to whom it is due, Slovakia, withhold not. Sorry, my clicker is tripping. That's why I be trying to use the touch screen, because the clicker, it just don't be moving as fast for me. So, God, if you can help, it's Galatians 6. Because whatever we gotta really keep this in mind. This is a classic. I feel like I just have to get it. Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are the household of faith. So you see people in this truth are helping you out, you helping people out. You don't want to be that person that's weary and well doing. Okay, like you got to be willing to give, even if that person doesn't, receive it the way that you think or they should, or whatever case may be. Because again, we're stacking up them treasures in heaven. We're not doing this for man necessarily. This is a greater goal. But if we have the opportunity to do good unto our people, by all means. Because who else got us? It's not the heathen. We're all we got. Especially in this truth. So especially them that are a household of faith, do good unto them. And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like, oh, I gotta repay, or oh, this and that, whatever the case is. Because it's for a greater purpose. And that's my closing precept. I want to get this in the NIV though. Proverbs 11 and 25. Okay. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. So, a generous person will prosper. And whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. You refresh others in the spirit, you will be refreshed. Whether it's through the Most High or whether it's through, other people. So we can't neglect alms. We don't want to be too engulfed in getting alms. I'll put it that way. We want to be sincere in this truth. And I pray that we all just self-examine Okay, period. Okay, precepts in the chat. Let me get it. Okay. Come on. Let me get that. Colossians 3:23. Oh my gosh, this clicker just, ugh. Okay. You have to forgive me. Okay, and it says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord, not unto men. Period. It's plain. We do this for the Lord, man. We do this for the Lord. And in Matthew 25:40. Okay. Come. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So keep that in mind. That's deep right there. That's deep right there. Because just think about it like this. This sister, she done helped you out. She done been there with you through thick and thin. And you only call her when you need her. You don't even check on her. You doing Christ like that. How is I? He said, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the one of the least of these, my brethren. So the least, the sister, you think, okay, well, she, I just hit her up for, whatever. But other than that, I ain't trying to talk. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You have done it unto me. You have done it unto Christ. So that's deep. That's deep right there. And just think about it like this. If you're willing to give, you don't feel the need to have anything, given back to you or whatever, praise or whatever the case may be, hey, you're doing it unto Christ. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. The water for everybody that contributed in the comments. All praise to the Most High. Lord willing, y'all have a blessed week in the spirit, rest of the week, and come on, shalom.